This is the Chrissie Swan Show.
Well, hello there. I am living in hell.
Why is that, Swanee?
You will not understand what I'm saying, and hopefully you never will.
Okay.
But there is a certain kind of torture with being a working parent.
Yep.
And enjoying school holidays with your kids, that's lovely. But then there's always the period where you are back at work and they are still at home. And I cannot tell you how difficult it is to be all of these people at once.
And, imagine having had done that all January. A lot of people have. That's grim.
It is so hard. And if you're going through it, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but the good news is the kids are going back to school soon and we can go back to some normal roles. Now, speaking of normal roles,
Yeah.
my role to you is as friend, confidant, basically soulmate, but also a little bit of mother.
Yep.
And, just in the news now and in the news almost every night is this cost of living crisis that we're all suffering from.
Cozzy.
Because he lives. I've decided to help you while
Okay.
I help myself, and you, Tom, as well, who is our new producer, who you're just going to love. I'm going to get him on air soon. I've bought a giant container, and Tom has brought in the wrong one. But
Right.
I bought a giant container from Coles. They're half price at the moment. Sistema, I'm mad for a container.
Fantastic.
And I have also, Tom's coming in. Thank you, Tommy.
You had one job today.
You had one job. I mean, it's an easy mistake to make. Fire him! And I have worked out over the holidays how to use my Brother P-Touch labeler, and now I'm labelling everything.
There are 3 different stickers on there. I
Correct.
love it.
That's how good I am at it now. I have got a giant container and I've labelled it TCSS, which is the Chrissie Swan Show. Icons only. Chrissie, Jack and Tom.
I love
and
it.
in here is going to go your snacks and lunches for the year, and then no one else from the office can eat it, and you're not spending $30 a day on stuff that you can buy from the supermarket for about $6.
Yes, I love this, and I'm going to try and do this every day, but I wonder how long it'll take for us to get in trouble for taking up so much fridge space.
Well, for God's sake, we're just trying to make a difference.
Cozzy lives,
Ozzy lives.
Hey, next, speaking of lunchboxes, Swanee, we've got a new game, Chrissie's Lunchbox. What's in Chrissie's Lunchbox? Thanks to Baker's Delight, there is $1,000 cash to be won.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Let's do this.
Baker's Delight have you covered with their easy peasy lunchbox fillers combo. Grab yours today.
What's in Chrissie's lunchbox?
Hi, Jen.
Hi, welcome back.
Thanks, mate. Did you hear me just talking about my identity purgatory? I'm at work and at home and a mum and a bonkers radio lady, and all my kids haven't gone back to school yet. And how do you feel about it?
Oh, mine just went back today, but I've been at work the whole time through her holidays, and
I mean, the guilt
She
will
makes you-
kill you.
yeah, she makes me feel bad because we don't get to go and do anything, but
I know. It's so cruel. I feel like something has to give. Either parents get more holidays or kids get less, but we need to meet halfway. I am going to give you a giant stack of cash thanks to the geniuses at Baker's Delight, Jen.
Sounds awesome.
Are you ready?
I'm very nervous because I go blank in these situations.
I know.
But we'll see how we go.
Jen, me too. All right, so this is how it's going to work. I've got a lunchbox in front of me and it's got 3 popular lunch items that we're all going to have to get used to very quickly because it's back on. I'm going to try and describe each one to you, and if you guess them, you get incrementally more money.
So if you guess the first product correctly, it's $250 cash. If you get 2 right, it's $500 cash. But if you get all 3, Jen, it is $1,000 cash thanks to Baker's Delight.
All right, take a deep breath and
amazing.
don't lose your mind. I'm opening the Velcro.
40 seconds on the clock starts now.
Oh, okay. First up, I was never allowed to have these as a kid. They come in a wrapper, and sometimes they've got there's no nuts in them, but like dark chocolate drizzles and yogurt drizzles.
LCM?
I'll accept it. Yes.
Muesli bar.
A fruit that you peel that is yellow.
Yellow.
Long.
Mandarin?
No.
Yellow.
Yellow. Long fruit. sweet. Comes with its own peel.
Oh,
Jen!
banana,
Yes. Okay, and next, my favourite thing from Baker's Delight. It's round, it's salty, it's cheesy.
Cheese and bacon roll.
No! It's the legendary Vegemite scroll, the cheesy mite, Jen.
You've still got $500 cash though, Jen.
Thank you so much.
The banana really, really let you down there, Jen.
Couldn't even think of it.
We'll be playing again on next Monday. We will. Thank you, Tom. You got something right today.
And register via the Nova Player app or Nova FM to register.
We could be calling you.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Embrace a healthier you with a free self-service Shane Warne Legacy heart test at Priceline Pharmacy today. With results in just 4 minutes, tracking your health is easy.
Find out more at priceline.com.au.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Now, had a bit of a situation and I need to come clean. Take you back to yesterday. It was our first day back and, sorry, my phone just went off. It's a notification from my boyfriends at Temu just telling me I've got a further discount. So yesterday I was back at work for the first day and to say I was excited was an understatement. I love this job, as you know, Jack. I was so desperate to see you, so desperate to see everybody in the office.
You skipped in.
Oh, I just couldn't wait to get here. And it didn't disappoint. Everyone's beautiful faces just, made me feel so happy. But, I can't help myself when it comes to unsolicited advice vis-a-vis life hacks.
Yeah.
So you never ask for it, but I'll tell you how to get that stain out. And you never ask for it, but I'll tell you how to sort out your laundry. More about that later.
Okay.
So during the show, our first show back yesterday, I said I'm going to go out and have a cup of tea, make a cup of tea. I'll be back, by the time 2 songs are over. While I was in the kitchen, I ran into one of my favourite people in the office, Megan.
Okay.
And she was looking for soy sauce.
Did we have any in the pantry? Because sometimes I go to look for condiments or sauces and we're out.
Correct. Usually it's tomato sauce, but I thought I'm sure that there's soy sauce here. That is you don't use it liberally, right?
No.
So if someone's just bought it once, I'm sure it'll be there. So she's like, I can't find any soy sauce. And I said, I'm good at this. I'll have a look. So during the show, you're in here doing whatever it is that you do. I'm out there making a cup of tea and looking for soy sauce for Megan. What I find instead is a very old Turkish roll.
Yes.
Now, this office has been closed pretty much since November. The roll, if you carbon dated it, I would say it's around maybe the 1st of December. It sounded like this when I banged it on the desk.
So it hadn't been in the freezer or fridge, it was in the pantry?
It was in the pantry.
Okay.
Rock hard.
I hope you put that roll straight in the bin, Swan.
Well, no, of course I didn't.
No, why? Don't try and fix the roll.
I wanted to show them how they can rejuvenate bread.
How?
They didn't ask.
No, I'll tell you how. You go to Baker's Delight and you buy a
True.
fresh loaf.
I know, but I only had 2 songs.
True.
So I said, I have this amazing hack, not that you asked for it. I'm going to show you how I can turn this bread that's been in a cupboard for 2 months and is rock hard into a beautiful fresh roll. So then I soaked it in water. This is
Right.
all while the songs are going on and I'm making a cup of tea. Soaked it in water and then I worked out how to turn on the oven and I put it in the oven and right at that moment I said, I can't forget this. I'm going to write a note to myself. Then I realised that the song was ending and I had to get back in here and talk and I completely forgot about the bread roll. I finished the show. I was driving home. It was about 6 p.m. and the bread roll popped into my head and I thought, oh God, I've left a bread roll in the oven. There's been a situation this morning.
I love that you didn't think to call anyone, though, at that point or do anything.
I'm going to play 2 songs and I'm going to tell you the wash up of this situation.
And what can you get done in these 2 songs in the kitchen today?
I'm going to stay here. I can't be trusted.
Good.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
If you're just tuning in, welcome back. We are back for 2024 and I was just regaling you with a story of me resuscitating a very old, staled Turkish roll that I found in the cupboard that was at least 2 months old, I'm going to say. When I banged it on the bench, it sounded like that. And I was showing off and I said to Megan, I'm going to be able to get this back to fresh. You watch.
Instead of just putting it in the bin, like a normal person.
I know.
You had to try and revive it.
What is wrong with me? Anyway, I popped it in the oven, wet it first, put it in the oven, and then promptly forgot about it. A hot roll in an oven, that would have been 24 hours ago.
Now, I didn't know...
On 180.
Wow, it was hot.
Hot.
I didn't know about any of this, Swanee, but then this morning at 9 a.m, our lovely receptionist, Vicky, sent an email to the whole Melbourne staff.
And she joins us now. Hello, Vicky.
Hello, Chrissie and Jack.
You're everybody's favourite here, and I just want to take that opportunity to say that publicly.
Grazie.
Now, you have sent an email.
Yes, I did.
And I was going to read it out, but why would I when I have access to your dulcet tones?
Exactly. I was thinking that myself.
Greek goddess.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, read it.
Well, subject line was this morning, kitchen oven - close call. Oh, my Lord. And that would have attracted a lot of attention.
Okay, now...
Just read the email, Vicky.
And then I said, hi, everyone. Well, it wasn't a good night for our oven last night. I received a message from our cleaner, text informing me that she found the oven still on with food in there. See picture below.
The cleaner has taken a photograph of the incinerated
Correct.
roll still in the oven.
Yep.
And send it to Vicky.
And sent to me at 9:30 at night as I'm falling asleep, thinking, what the? And then I said, please, everyone, be attentive and alert when using appliances in the kitchen. They might ignite into an inferno.
An inferno? That is an over-the-top.
I know.
The best part about this, though, Vicky, is those all-staff emails don't get to Chrissie. So
No, they don't.
You have wasted, well, not you, but Chrissie has wasted everyone's time having to read this long email this morning.
Vicky, did you know that it was me? Because this is not the first email like that you've sent, and it's always me.
Always you.
Can
It's
I
always
say,
me.
it didn't occur to me this time.
Didn't it?
I'm used to the other things you leave out.
Correct. This is the thing. I am the worst person in this office.
I know.
Now, you did mention in that email that you received a text from
Correct.
the cleaner.
Yes.
What exactly did that say?
Well, the cleaner sent me a text saying that, hi, Vicky, she said, I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
She just said, oh, my Lord. No, she didn't say that. But she did say,
It's a live radio show, Vicky.
Vicky, I told you to have the text ready.
hi, Vicky.
I'm going to write an email.
Write an email.
all-office
Wait,
email
wait a minute.
about radio incompetence.
Quickly, give us the sassy comment.
Okay. Hi, Vicky. Just to let you know, someone left oven on and she had her emojis of dazed eyes. I don't know what that meant.
Yeah, it means like that person's a total idiot.
And then the other comment?
And then I said, oh, no, with my emoji, with that oh, no picture. Thanks so
Yes.
much for noticing. That could have been a disaster.
Yes.
I will put a note to everyone tomorrow. Thanks.
Yes, and then what did she
And
say?
she goes, you're welcome. Bit too dangerous.
Well, I am sorry. My therapist did tell me that I was impulsive and dangerous.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Let's go clicking.
Chrissie's clickbait.
Everyone's favourite clickbaity, Kanye West, has
Oh, yay.
snatched the phone out of a photographer's hand.
I feel like he's done this before.
He is very, very angry, and I'm going to weigh in on this. Just have a listen to this exchange on the street.
Hey Kanye, how you doing? It's good to see you. People want to know if Bianca has her free will. Some people are saying you're controlling her.
Don't come at me with that shit, ask me that. You think you can walk up on me like that? Asking me on my wife, talking about, does she got free will? Are you crazy? You ain't saying this is America. You got free will or you work for the devil?
Do you have free will or do you work for the devil? Now, here's the thing. I feel like when I watch Kanye West in these situations, I feel like I used to have this cat growing up called Ditas.
Ditas?
Yeah, and he was really like, you know, it's a classic cat, aloof, could take you or leave you. We loved each other madly, of course. But I would rub his face with my hand over and over when he was in a good mood, when he was just chilling.
Just to piss him off.
And then he would get mad. And I feel like this is what's happening to Kanye West. I think he needs to be left alone. We need to stop rubbing our faces in his, our hands in his face.
I hear what you're saying, and I love the analogy with Didas. I'm glad Didas has been introduced to the show.
Thank you.
But I did see a TikTok last week where he was directing paparazzi. So him and Bianca were somewhere. I think they were leaving a basketball game of one of the kids. And he says to the pap, can you stand here because the angle's better? So it's like, hang on, can you have those kinds of relationships with some reporters where it's like you're telling them which angle to get and what shot to get, but then the next week you don't want to be spoken to? It's like you can't have your cake and eat it too. I feel like he does invite conversation.
I agree with you. I only ever thought that he was that Kanye, the avoiding, stalked, pursued, hunted Kanye. I didn't know that he was directing.
Yeah, I'll show you the video after. It's interesting. And I guess that doesn't make headlines. We just hear this. But can I just say I'm kind of obsessed with that reporter's voice?
Hey, Kanye. How you doing? It's good to see you.
I mean, look, Kesha is looking for more work is what's going on there. Look, here is another fascinating story. So Charlie XCX is a singer. Very good. Great song.
And also the highlight of that Iggy Azalea song, Fancy. That's her voice.
Agreed. She's a real dark horse.
Yeah.
She's one of those ones where you go, oh, who is it? And then you love everything she's ever released. Well, she has released, this is my favourite thing she's ever released, a list to Instagram of marketing ideas that have been sent to her because she's got a new album coming out.
Obsessed.
Now, I just didn't know that this existed. I must be so naive.
Well, you hear people speak of things like this, but I just didn't think it was always or ever true.
So she posts this list, me neither, Jack, and she says, things have been boring without me. Swipe for some marketing ideas I was sent last week. These ideas from probably a very reputable marketing agency whose job it is to keep people current and visible. Charlie gets her nipples pierced at Claire's. Now,
Who's Claire?
Well, I'm guessing that Claire's is a fancy salon.
I'm going to Google to see.
But I mean,
if I
I've
can find
got
Claire.
a good friend called Claire, but I'm not going there for my nipples pierced.
I mean, you haven't had a Daily Mail article in a while. We could do that. It could be a good stump.
Haven't. Is that how this works? I had no idea. Another one.
Claire's Los Angeles. I found it.
Right.
We can go.
No, we're not going, Jack. So this is the marketing company, to keep you up to speed, has suggested that Charlie goes to get her nipple pierced from this place called Claire's in Los Angeles. And then I'm assuming that the angle is that she's supposed to not know, but they've tipped off photographers. I just can't believe this. Charlie leaks a sex tape.
I mean, worked for Kim.
Well, this makes me think.
I know.
Was that a real thing or was it a marketing idea?
I mean, the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder.
Surely you wouldn't ever agree to that, though.
But even if Kim did agree to that with Kris, they must be looking back going, thank God we did agree to do that. Because it has got her a great career.
But it's gross.
I mean, the only person that came off bad in that was Ray J. She's all good.
What about this one? A reputable marketing company has suggested that this artist has a Winona moment.
Remind me of a Winona moment.
Well, she got caught stealing from on CCTV footage from a big department store. I had to go to court and everything over it. Here is a little description from this marketing agency. Charlie gets caught shoplifting at a mall and leaks the CCTV footage. What?
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Oh, yeah, we are back for 2024. If you want to work out or hear how I nearly burnt down the Nova office, hit us up on the Nova Player app and grab our podcast. All will be revealed. Coming up, we are going to talk about Married at First Sight. Everybody's favourite Hate Watch has returned to our screens last night.
I noticed one thing last night, Swanee. Usually you see the contestants get new chompers post the show, but that's been reversed. Everyone has horse teeth.
Really?
It's hectic.
Piano keys.
Yeah, full.
Ah, well, there you go. Yeah, something happened on last night's episode that absolutely makes my hair stand on end. I'm going to want your opinion on it.
Next, though, we are playing Chrissie's Quizzy. The bum bags are back for 2024.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's give away a bum bag.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
Nadine, the Queen, welcome.
Hi Chrissy.
Hi. Taylor, you are the worthy opponent to Nadine. Are you feeling confident?
How are you?
Look, I'm all the better from hearing from you, but I'm going to need a little bit more energy because there's a bum bag on the line, girls.
Yeah, all right. This is my first go, so I'm going to give it a good try because I want that gum.
Good on you, Taylor. Good on you. All right, this is how it's going to work. But your name is your buzzer. It's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game, gets the bum bag. Let's go. Question number 1. Deal or No Deal returned to our screens last night. Who is the host? If you don't know, just think who hosts quiz shows all the time, and it's not Andrew O'Keefe.
And was on this show yesterday.
Because he's not available.
No, he's busy.
Yes. Nothing.
Guys, have a guess.
Guys, are you even there? It's Grant Denyer.
Wow, this is really
Oh,
flat.
dear.
Question number 2. Nadine, are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Good girl.
What are you up to?
Don't worry about it. Question number 2. When it comes to transport, what does EV stand for?
Electric vehicle?
Correct, but you got to say your name first. I'm going to give it to you anyway.
What? Who was it, Nadine?
Yes, that was Nadine, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. You've got a little accent, haven't you, Nadine?
Yeah.
Question number 3. Actor Christian Bale is celebrating his 50th birthday today. Name just one film he's been in.
Nadine. Taylor.
Nadine?
Batman.
Yes, Batman Begins.
This one is for the win, Nadine. Taylor, you could still get back in there, though.
Which famous canal is located in Egypt?
Nadine.
Yes, Nadine?
Suez.
It is. And for an extra point for me to put a little something in your bum bag, can you sing the line regarding the Suez Canal from the great Billy Joel song, We Didn't Start the Fire?
Oh.
Too late. It's Trouble in the Suez.
Well done, Nadine. Are we giving her a Priceline Pharmacy
Yeah, I'll
voucher?
give you a Priceline Pharmacy voucher. Why not?
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Last night, it made its triumphant return. Married at First Sight. Now, it is the ultimate hate watch.
It is.
I actually didn't know that it was on.
Really?
Yeah. And I've sort of found in my job, I used to be a big fan of it. I never missed an episode. And then it just made me feel so yucky. So I stopped watching it. And it turns out you don't actually have to watch any of the episodes because the next morning the news is covered with exactly what went on. Last night we met Tim, one of the bachelors, I guess.
One of the grooms.
One of the grooms. He got married and it was a wedding. The weddings are always so tasteful.
This one, Tim's, was especially nice. It was on a boat on the Sydney Harbour.
Very fancy.
I mean, the florals were awful, but that's all good.
Were they?
Yeah, like really
What was
bad.
wrong with them? What was
Just like too colourful, like a really bright pink. It was very Channel 9. It's like something you expect like someone to wear on the Today Show.
Okay, all right. Well, that's a very, very harsh critique, but I'm going to accept it. So Tim got married to a woman. I don't know her name. Doesn't even matter because Ben, his best man, decided to give a speech. Now, it is a great honour to be asked, A, to be the best man, and B, to give a speech. But there are rules. And Ben did not follow the rules.
I was not surprised when I heard Tim was partaking in this experiment because Tim is a man of science. He's quite fond of experimentation. Experiment 551, romance at high speed.
Okay, all right, cut it off because, look, most kids are not back at school, so they won't be in the car, but I assure you there would have been classic hands over the ears stuff there. I was horrified to hear what he said in front of, because the weddings are fake, but the people are real.
Yeah.
The rulings are final, as they say.
Yes.
The bride's father was there.
Oh, it was fantastic.
The groom's parents were there. They're real. They're not actors. And the things that were coming out of this man's mouth, talking about...
Romance at high speed. You can imagine what he was about to then talk about.
Well, you can imagine it or not, depending on where you're at. But it was utterly inappropriate and everybody's faces just dropped and he did not know when to stop. Talk about not reading the room. Everyone was so uncomfortable. You know, I'm a very sort of liberal, naughty woman, but that was disgusting.
Do you reckon? I didn't think it was that bad. Like, surely, people try that on Eastlink, what he was implying.
That is disgusting. That is disgusting. And when you played the audio to me today, I could tell that you were like, yeah, so what? I went,
you looked at me.
I went, Jack, we are absolutely not playing that.
I didn't think it was that shocking.
What is wrong with you?
It's just, it's lovemaking.
It's
a form of lovemaking.
No, I'm not saying that is disgusting. I'm saying... we're not playing that on the show. We're not playing that on the show. Absolutely not.
You loved the reaction from one of the bridesmaids, though.
One of the bridesmaids looked like she had just smelt a dog poo, and this is what she said.
Ben's speech was really derogatory. I thought it was disgusting to say some of those things in front of people that you've never met before, especially the bride. Was absolutely not okay.
I agree. Giant red flag in the parlance of our times. 13 24 10. Have you been at a wedding where the person giving the speech has stuffed it up so royally and been so offensive? Maybe they've spoken about relationships with exes. Maybe they've made inappropriate jokes or stories. Maybe they've highlighted the personal failings of either the bride or the groom. We want to hear all the nitty-gritty details, but make sure that it's safe for the radio.
Also love to hear from someone that's given the speech.
No one would admit to being such an idiot.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
We're talking about Married at First Sight. You don't have to switch off. We're not going to be talking incessantly about it. I mean, frankly, I didn't watch the episode. You don't need to. Because it's all over the news with people being disgusting, as Ben did last night. He gave the best man speech, which is supposed to be a great honour. And there are some very basic rules that you need to follow, things that you must never talk about if you want to do a good job. And Ben ignored every single one of those rules and delivered one of the crassest, most unbearably difficult to listen to things I've ever seen on television.
I was not surprised when I heard Tim was partaking in this experiment, because Tim is a man of science. He's quite fond of experimentation. Experiment 551, romance at high speed.
And that'll do. We don't want to know any more about it.
13 24 10. Have you been in a wedding and heard an awful groomsman speech, or did you give one? I'd love to hear from someone that gave one.
No one is going to admit to giving a bad speech. It's like the greatest shame.
True, I have been there, and it's not nice.
Hello, Pete.
Good afternoon, Chrissie and JC.
Happy New Year.
Thank you, and to you too.
It's good to hear your voice, Pete. Did you have a good holiday?
Yes and no. It's my busiest time of the year, so it's a necessary evil.
Oh, well, that's uplifting. Good on you, Pete.
What's your story, Pete?
10 or 12 years ago, when online dating was in its infancy, shotgun wedding, the best man choice raised a few eyebrows and he didn't disappoint. So rather than treat it like a wedding, he went along the 21st line and continued to comment on the groom's rap sheet and his lack of quality and rather high quantity that had proceeded before the bride.
What he said, that this man getting married, that had asked him, that bestowed upon him the great honour of giving a speech, he said, this guy likes quantity over quality.
Yes.
Pretty much. Well, he was thankful that the bride had popped along because she certainly was quality, but not so much beforehand.
Oh, Pete, you never forget it. Tammy, what was said in the speech that you'll never forget?
Okay, it was a cousin of my husband. She got up and bagged out the entire wedding, the entire reception.
Oh.
Thank you for the caviar and the prawns and the lobster. It was absolutely amazing, and just bagged out my whole entire wedding. Then made comments in the bathroom that this wedding won't last 12 months. We've been together 28 years.
Was she drunk?
No. And she also stole the bonbonnières for the bridesmaids and one of the groom's gifts and one of the niece's gifts as well. I put it under her desk.
Did your husband apologise for his crazy cousin?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
God, at your own wedding, that sort of poor behaviour.
And it would be so flattening hearing it on the night. Like, you just feel so grim. Like, what a waste of 50 grand.
Exactly. Tanya, what happened at a wedding that you'll never forget?
Oh, it was a best man speech, and he said the most vile joke, and he bowled it out, and as soon as he rolled out the punchline, you could hear gasps, and then you could have heard a pin drop. Like, nobody knew what to say.
I don't know what to say, and I'm probably going to regret saying it, Tanya.
Tell us the joke.
What was the joke?
The joke was, marriage is like a game of snooker. If you can't sink the pink, sink the brown.
Tanya!
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Let's go clicking.
Chrissie's clickbait.
Now we're going to be covering off microchips in the brain and laundry in the following few minutes.
I love that. The variety is here.
Aren't you lucky? Now, Elon Musk, who's mad as a cut snake, let's face it.
Isn't he?
He's just released information saying that someone has agreed. I mean, you would think it was April Fool's. Someone has agreed to have a chip embedded in their brain, in their actual brain. I just can't believe it. So someone has had to...
Oh, like a dog at the vet getting microchipped.
But worse, because they've got to get through the skull.
Well,
someone has agreed to this. Notice, it's not Elon.
Of course not.
And what does he say in the little release?
Tweet is just, it's so simple but kind of scary. The first human received an implant from Neuralink yesterday and is recovering well. Initial results show promising neuron spike detection.
What does that even mean?
Who knows?
And who needs this? Apparently it's been invented to help people that are paralysed.
Now, that would be amazing if it could help them go about everyday life a lot better.
Yes, and these people that, have suffered disease or an accident for one reason or another. They can't communicate, they can't, engage.
But screw being the guinea pig that has to try it in this trial. Like, this is the pitch video, Swanee. It sounds like, just have a listen.
Hello. We're thrilled to introduce Neuralink's Prime study. Imagine the joy of connecting with your loved ones, browsing the web, or even playing games using only your thoughts.
I mean, I can do that without a microchip.
Right. It sounds like something from a horror film.
It sounds like something from a sci-fi movie starring Keanu Reeves. Have you got anything else there to play me?
No, that's all from Elon.
At what point would you agree to be a research guinea pig for anything?
It depends how bad my credit card debt got.
I love this.
If I'm being completely honest.
Okay, let's say that you owe $100,000 on your credit card, which is only a few thousand more than you actually do owe.
Oh, I don't think it'd be $100,000.
What would you...
500 grand's my number.
Okay, all right, you owe 500 grand. Would you get a microchip in your brain?
Yeah, if I thought life was that bad.
Would you?
That's my only option out, sure.
See, I will never be a guinea pig ever again, because one time when I was 16, I went into one of those, those hairdressing academies where you pay $2 for a haircut.
And there's like 17-year-olds practicing on you.
I literally have had a hairdresser phobia ever since. Notice I've never cut my hair.
What did they do so,
I don't want to talk about
badly to you?
I don't want to talk about
No, but just give me like a vibe of what the style or cut was.
Well, it came out looking like... Do you remember Wurzel Gummidge?
No.
It was a cranky scarecrow from the 80s. It was an English TV series. I looked like Wurzel Gummidge.
Yeah, okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right, now let's move on to laundry, which is one of my favourite things ever to do and to talk about. And I know, please stay awake, Jack.
I will.
Imagine my delight when the great Australia's sweetheart and child star Jane Hall sent me a link to something on Instagram. Now, Sally Hepworth is a best-selling author.
Yeah.
And she was catching up with her friend Emily. Live footage on her story from Emily's laundry, and listen to who they were talking about.
So one of the people I really admire from a laundry perspective is Chrissie Swan. So she talks about she's never met a stain she couldn't resolve. And so sometimes I think maybe if I get something really persistent, I think maybe I could just message her, and then she's not going to want to.
So how does Chrissie get her swan?
I don't know. She makes a bloody paste. I can't make a paste.
I do make a paste. I do. Hot water and nappy sand will fix almost anything. But here's the thing, Jack. One day I am going to die. And on my gravestone, I just want Emily's words. Here lies someone I really admire from a laundry perspective. I'm going to die happy.
I wanted to take the piss out of you for that comment she made, and that you've never met a stain you can't fix or can't. I wanted to take the piss out of you, but it was actually quite poetic, and I really enjoyed it.
I mean, I felt like a fly on a wall in the most self-obsessed way, and I'm absolutely thrilled with it.
Now check this out. The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.